Zedekiah was 21 when he became king. Zedekiah did evils in the eyes of the Lord, when he did not humble himself before Jeremiah, his grandfather and also a great prophet. He did not like that Babylon ruled over Israel, and so he said,
I think I'm going to rebel against the king of Babylon.
The king's name was Nebuchadnezzar.
My lord, Zedekiah has rebelled against us.
What?
After he heard this, he said,
We must destroy him.
So in the 9th year of Zedekiah's reign, on the 10th month, King Nebuchadnezzar marched against Jerusalem with his whole army. He stopped outside the city and said,
Let's camp out here.
Yeah, let's camp right here.
the city was kept under siege until the 11th year of King Zedekiah's reign. By the 9th day of the 4th month, famine was so severe in the city that there was no food for the people to eat.
I'm hungry.
This is when the king made his march. He broke through the city walls near Zedekiah's garden.
Ooh, pretty flowers.
The army of Zedekiah flew through the hole in the wall to Arabah. But the Babylonians pursued them
Get him!
and overtook.
Oh no, we are overtaken.
Zedekiah was captured and brought to Riblah, where he was sent before the king. The king had his sons and officials killed, then had Zedekiah's eyes plucked out.
Here, I have an extra fork. Use this. Yeah.
Catch up.
So safe.
Then they took him to Babylon. On the 7th day of the 5th month, in the 9th year of Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon's reign, Nebuzaradan, the commander of the imperial guard and official of the king of Babylon, went to Jerusalem. He set the temple on fire and all the houses of Jerusalem.
I'm going to set Jerusalem on fire.
He set the temple and all the houses on fire.
Every important building he burnt down. The whole Babylonian army, under the commander of the imperial guard, broke down the walls around Jerusalem. Then Nebuzaradan, the commander of the guard, carried into exile the people who remained in the city, along with the rest of the population and those who had gone over to the king of Babylon.
I'm sending you into exile.
But the commander left behind some of the poorest people of the land to work in the vineyards and the fields.
You, poor person.
Oh, me?
Yes, you. I decided not to send you into exile.
Yay!
Instead, you're going to work in my vineyards.
Boo!
Shut up and get back to work, or else I'll have to kill you. Moo ha 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 ha.
The Babylonians broke up the bronze pillars and the movable stands and the bronze sea that was at the temple of the Lord and carried that off to Babylon.
Look like horse.
They also took away the pots, shovels, wick trimmers, dishes, and all the bronze articles used in the temple service. Nebuzaradan also took away the censers, sprinkling bowls. There was more precious metal than could be weighed. Then the commander Nebuzaradan took all the people of the city to Nebuchadnezzar and he had them all killed.
Kill them all. Ah!
But Judah went into captivity away from her land. Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, appointed Gedaliah to be overseer of the people left behind.
You, Gedaliah, I will
appoint you overseer of the people that I have left in Judah. By the way, they are worthless.
Oh, I feel so special.
When all the army officers and their men had heard this, they went to Gedaliah at Mizpah. Some of the officers are Ishmael, Johanan, Sahariah, and all their men. They told Gedaliah,
Dude, this is so unfair, man.
Please spare us and our families. I take an oath. I promise that you will be safe under the Babylonian officials. Now, go settle down in this land and serve the king of Babylonia, and all will go well with you.
What did you say? Oh, nothing, sir. Long live the king!
Long live the king!
in the 7th month, Ishmael, who was of royal blood, went with 10 men and assassinated Gedaliah. And also the men of Judah and the Babylonians who were with him at Mizpah. At this, all the people from the least to the greatest, together with the army officers, fled to Egypt for fear of the Babylonians.
Never do evil in the eyes of the Lord.
Or you'll get your eyes plucked out.
But thanks to Jesus, we will.
The king's name was Nebuchadnezzar.
My lord, Zedekiah has rebelled against us.
What?
After the king heard this, he said,
Zedekiah has rebelled against me? Oh, we must destroy him!
Yeah!
the king's name was Nebuchadnezzar.
My lord, Zedekiah has rebelled against us.
Your face is so
Zedekiah was 21 when he became king. Zedekiah did evil in the eyes of the Lord, when he did not humble himself before Jeremiah, his grandfather, and also a great prophet. He did not, like the Babylon ruled over Israel. So he said,
I think I gotta rebel against the king.
the city
Aaron, don't poke your head out.
on the 7th day of the 5th month in the 9th year of Nebuchadnezzar, king. When all the army officers and their men had heard this, they went to Gedaliah at Mizpah. Some of the officers are Ishmael, Johanan, Sahariah, and all their men. They told Gedaliah, when all the army officers and their men had heard this, they went to Gedaliah at Mizpah. Some of the officers are Ishmael, Johanan, Sahariah, and all their men. They told Gedaliah,
This is so unfair. Dude.
Please spare us and our families.
I take an oath. I promise that you will be safe from the Babylonian officials. Now, go settle in this land and serve the king of Babylonia. And I will go with you.
Oh, what did I do? What did you say?
I said, I got a better idea.
I'm sending you all to exile.
but the commander left behind some of the poorest people of the land and to work the vineyards and the fields.
Stop! You poor person. Who? Yes, you. I decided not to send you into exile. Yay!
Not ready.
The king's name was Nebuchadnezzar.
My lord.
Not even
Just 'cause you did.
The king's name was Nebuchadnezzar.
Zedekiah spelled together.
What? Oh, wait, what do I say?
After the king heard this, he said,
Oh, Zedekiah has rebelled against us. We must destroy him.